Saudi Arabia in the last decade has emerged as a major investor in global sport. From football to golf to entertainment, wrestling and motorsport, Saudi firms have pumped their cash into major investments across the world. As recently as 3 days ago, Saudi Aramco, one of the world's largest producers of oil, announced a bumper new deal with FIFA, the world's football governance body, which makes Aramco FIFA's largest sponsor. Amidst all of this, the sport of cricket has not escaped the Saudi investment juggernaut's eyes. Saudi Aramco is also one of ICC's biggest partners. The Indian Premier League has a direct investment from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the form of Saudi Tourism Authority. This presents India with an extremely unique opportunity to skip to the front of the queue with cricket. India can be an equal partner in Saudi's bid to invite cricket into its fold of major sporting events. India can provide the know-how, the crowds and the manpower to drive Saudi Arabia's foray into cricket. We'll talk about this and more prospects that lie in front of cricket with our guest. Joining us on the show is Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor, former diplomat. Also joining us is Adit Kothari, foreign affairs expert. Dr. Rajesh Jauhri, senior journalist, joining us on the program too. Last but not the least, Dr. Sharath Kohli, senior economist, with us on the program as well. Right. And Dr. Jauhri, do you think that sports can be that bridge that countries need in these times? To come up with avenues whereby which, economies of both can prosper?
I think we need sports is certainly a very nice medium for strengthening diplomatic relations, for strengthening cultural relations, because what happens when two countries play, the people of those countries are watching those matches or tournaments, or so they in some or the other manner they align with each other, whether it is victory or loss, that is a separate thing. If we are talking about Saudi Arabia, whether it is cricket or FIFA World Cup, I have felt that Saudi Arabia is all set to become a hub for sports. Just like when I was in college, I used to see Sharjah as a cricket hub, and when we used to see that all important matches used to be organized at Sharjah. So UAE, that Middle East region is already that has already been a center for sports. Now Saudi Arabia has also opened its doors. It is a very welcome step, and more because it is now they are trying to, and they are certainly doing everything to make their image not as it was earlier. So as Dr. Kohli and Adit just mentioned about MBS, so I am also a very big fan of MBS and what he does, how he approaches the world, how he is showcasing his own country, and how he is putting up reforms in the country. So everything is matter, and it is the vision of MBS that is doing wonderful things. And if we must all of us must have seen that today Bhagavad Gita written in Arabian language is available in the Saudi Arabia, even Saudi Arabia. We are not talking about other Middle East countries. So there was a time when if some religious book is caught on the airport, it was confiscated. Mr. Kapoor will agree with me. So today it is a good sign. And the other thing is MBS has also started curtailing the authority of Wahhabis, because MBS wants to project to the world that don't worry, and he wants to make the world confident that now it will not go in that way, the beheading just because of some minor issue. So these things I think it will make Saudi Arabia more popular, more friendly towards the world. And as far as India is concerned, Adit has already said that a very large crowd of our country lives there, and many have settled there. They have become permanent citizens of that country. So I think whatever Saudi Arabia is doing in the field of sports, it is doing a very nice job, and the whole world must commend it.
Dr. Jauhri, your thoughts before we wrap up? Your concluding thoughts?
Yes. Actually, I am very optimistic regarding the fact that India will partner Saudi Arabia in organizing those events. So it will strengthen our bilateral relations, which are already very nice because of the present government being very approachable towards the and present foreign minister always keen to talk to these countries. But the other thing is, if we talk about revolutionary ideas in Christian world, then it is not a very big issue. But if MBS is doing this in a Muslim world, then it is really a matter. So that we all must salute him, because it needs much courage. It needs guts to speak those lines in front of the clerics, which are the torch bearers for the whole Islamic world. So and they are the authorities, because Makkah and Medina are there. Makkah and the whole world, the whole Muslim world goes to Saudi Arabia for their religious voyage. So now at this, despite those things, if MBS is able to do that, I think Mr. Kapoor is also right, and Mr. Kohli is also right, that if Saudi Arabia is doing this and the other world also accepts this, but there is a contradiction in it. What happens? I was listening to Zakir Naik one day, so he said Saudi Arabia अब काफिर हो गया है. मतलब आप सोचिए, so the country which is showing light to the whole world, because they are progressive, because
right,
they are progressive in nature, their thoughts are progressive. So clerics here, they call that country in such a bad manner. So we are very optimistic. We are very optimistic.
All right, so we've run out of time. Appreciate all our guests for being a part of this conversation.